Okay, so I was outside planting seeds to grow flowers. And I just had this message come upon me. So I was about to work out, and that's why I look like this. But I decided to hop on here and share this message or download, if you will. I'm hearing that just because the people around you, family, friends, everyone around you doesn't resonate with you, just because they don't truly understand your depth, just because things you say go right over their head, doesn't mean that your message, that your truth is not incredibly valuable. Your truth is meant to be spoken. Your truest self, your authentic self, is meant to be seen. It's meant to be heard. It's meant to be felt. It's meant to exist. And a lot of times we suppress our truest parts of ourselves. We water ourselves down to try and fit in with the frequency that's around us. Hold on, my cat is meowing. Sorry, this little guy thought that he needed to be part of this video, but I loved him. And his name's Lucky, by the way. Isn't he adorable? So what I was saying is, just because you always feel like you have to water yourself down to be digestible, to be more digestible by the people around you, doesn't mean that your truth, your beliefs, your big, beautiful ideas are not valid, are not amazing. You know, if you look at the vast majority of people, most people are kind of doing the same thing, following the same trends, following the crowd. And a lot of people follow that crowd right off the edge of a cliff. So it's actually good, very good, to be unique, to be different, to stand out, to see truth beyond lies, to see past the illusion, to see deeper into things, to see beauty in everything, to love yourself fully in a world that teaches us that we're not good enough, that we have to push, shove, cram, try harder, be more, but be less. And I'm just here to say, the world needs you to speak. The world needs you to shine. The world needs you to show up exactly as you are and to just own it, to just be it, embody it, walk that walk, talk that talk, be who you are, have your polarizing opinions, have your unwavering beliefs that are within you that nobody taught you, that you just know that you know that you know. Be a badass bitch. Be whatever you are fearlessly. Stop watering yourself down. Like, sure, there's a time and a place. Like, I get that not everyone's going to resonate. And when you're around certain people, sure, you can use some wisdom and realize they're not going to resonate at the same place that you're at. And you can't go deep with everyone. It may be very lonely to find your tribe, to find your people who get you. But technology has brought us so far. I know there's a lot of negatives that people talk about and complain about with technology and the internet, but I think it's a new earth, a new beginning, a great awakening, because now we have cars, we have planes, we have trains, we have boats. We can literally travel the whole entire world if we want to. We have never been more connected. It's like we're all this brain, and like all the neurons are finally getting to like connect, and we're getting to see all the aspects of ourselves that we couldn't see before. And the internet brings us all together to use our voice, because before, if you stood out, if you were different, you might have been burned alive at the stake. You might have been ostracized. You might have been shunned from your society. But now we can speak our truth on the internet, and we can find the people who resonate, and we can come together and help each other and build each other up and motivate and inspire each other to keep going on this magical, crazy journey, and to like fully trust our calling. We've been called crazy. Some of us have been wrongly diagnosed, wrongly medicated, mislabeled, for just being who we are. And I think it's time for the people who always felt like they were too much, who always felt like they were too different, that they were weird. Maybe it's time that we stand out. Maybe it's time that we shine. Maybe these were not burdens or diseases or something wrong with us. Maybe they were gifts, spiritual gifts, blessings. Maybe the more we evolve collectively, evolution is a real thing. Our brains are changing and evolving with each generation. Maybe the higher prevalence of ADHD and autism is not something negative happening, it's something evolving, and we realize the old norms no longer work, because I don't want to be put in a box. I don't want to be crammed into a box. I don't want to go against my natural rhythm, my natural cycle. I don't want to do things that go against my true beliefs and my heart. And I think it's a great awakening to the evolution of consciousness and all of us. So who cares if they think you're weird? Who cares if they judge you? Chances are they've been doing it your whole life. But once you know that you can trust you and that you're perfectly perfect just the way you are, and the world needs you here, the world is blessed by your presence, by your existence, and you open up that throat chakra, you open up that heart, you keep your feet grounded in the earth energy, and you let it rise up through you, and you speak from the heart your truth. So many people are living in illusion and lies, deception. They have been brainwashed. Don't water yourself down to fit in with that any longer. It's your time. I can feel it. It's your time. You can feel it. Don't be afraid of it. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. This is the time where all the misfits, all the outcasts, all the weirdos, all the spicy neurodivergents get to blossom, because all we had to do was love ourselves. Just because they didn't see that you were gifted, just because they didn't see how special you were, just because they didn't see that you're here to help heal this planet, to help love on and heal humanity, just because they label the way you function and the way you are, that our brains are different. I think humans only use 10% of their brain. Maybe as evolution continues, our brains are opening up and rewiring and changing the way it works. Maybe these things that we were deemed as unacceptable and maybe even evil, crazy, whatever. Maybe it's actually like our brains are becoming smarter, and the way that we measure intelligence is wrong, because intuition is one of the highest forms of intelligence that we have been forced to neglect within ourselves since the day we were born. Maybe logic is not superior, maybe intuition. So you can't fit me into a box. You can't fit me into a diagnosis. I don't need to be medicated. I don't need, and no offense, like obviously if medication works for you, I'm not telling anyone what they should or shouldn't do, because that is not my place. But for me, I have tried to shrink myself, to be quiet, to not speak. I've dumbed myself down on purpose. I pretend to be stupider than I am just so that others feel comfortable. sometimes so I feel more comfortable, because I know when I say something deep or like just real truth, raw truth, it just goes over their heads, and I don't judge them for that. They are where they are. I am where I am. But I realize the value in what I have to share, because it comes from the heart, the most powerful part of us, the dwelling place of love itself, the divine. I'm gonna speak that, because enough nasty stuff gets spewed out of people's mouths on a daily basis. To stand up and speak about truth, love, forgiveness, self-love, authenticity, vulnerability. What if the most healing thing we can do for another is share our testimony, is share our truth, and speak it fearlessly? You know, my biggest fear used to be getting in front of people and speaking. I took speech class in college, and I tried to get out of it with a doctor's note. I had to get put on anxiety medication just to be able to get in front of people, because I didn't want everyone looking at me. I didn't want everyone hearing my voice and judging how I talk and judging how I look and judging how I am. But sometimes the thing that we're the most scared of is pointing towards what our purpose is, what our passion is, what we're here to do, what we're actually going to be freaking amazing at, lies behind the threshold of that fear. So that's why I'm speaking now. I realize what I have to say is of value, and not everyone's going to agree with it. Not everyone's going to comprehend it or be able to digest it. But I know what I know what I know. And I'm ready. And I think you are too. So start letting go of that fear. And the only way you let go of it is go through it. Turn that camera on. Say what you have to say. Speak your truth. Because I've been force-fed other people's beliefs since the day I was born. I've never liked rules and doing what other people tell me I should do. I've always been so open-minded to, like, why are we in a classroom all day? Like, we're supposed to be having fun. Like, what is this? What is this? So that's kind of what I had come upon me to speak about. If you resonate, let me know. I'm gonna go do a workout now to get my body moving, because movement, baby, that is the medicine. But I love you guys. I hope you have a magical, wonderful day. I look like a Teletubby. I love you.